Hello fellow hunters and welcome to today's video. I'm back in Way of the Hunter and spent quite some time in the game with the Africa DLC Tikamoon Plains. My main reasons for coming back were a few changes that came along with the DLC. There is now an optional free hunting mode that removes most of the stuff that annoyed me so far. The story and all quests are disabled and hunting areas are free to hunt, without completing a quest line or buying a lot of licenses. You start at the main lodge of the map and the other cabins are revealed as usual. You just have to go there and activate a map hanging on the wall somewhere in the cabin. You will see a short sequence with basic information about the area. After that, all near points of interest are marked on the map and you get permission to hunt. When you visited all the cabins, the whole map is unlocked. Only for one area you have to buy a license. But that's not very expensive in comparison to buying every license in the normal game mode. I would recommend buying the quad for 10k credits before traveling to the cabins. The jeep is just terrible. The quad has much faster acceleration and also goes up hills at a good pace, where the jeep almost stops. Driving and collision physics are still a joke, but it's not a racing game and so not a serious problem. Before we talk about my progress, a few words on the recently released Weapon Pack DLC. There are 4 new weapons included: a caliber 9.3x62 big game rifle, 2 caliber 6.5 Creedmoor rifles for medium game, and a 270 also for medium sized animals. I've tested the big game weapon and one of the 6.5 rifles so far, with mixed results. The Creedmoor caliber is a great option for tier 5 hunting and I like it a lot. The new 9.3x62 on the other hand is not the best choice for my current hunting style. Effective range is quite low and the bullet drop is massive even below 500 meters. Right now I prefer hunting at longer distances and the weapon is not ideal for that. When I'm ready to get closer to the animals, I'll give it another chance. At closer range it probably packs a decent punch. For now I'll stick with my 338 Lapua for higher precision and better ballistics at longer distances. Overall the weapon pack is optional in my opinion. It can save new players a few credits for their first equipment. But if you already collected a decent arsenal, it's a more or less helpful addition depending on your hunting style. In terms of progress, I explored most of the map and hunted all species the area has to offer. I also invested quite a lot of credits to fill the trophy slots in the entrance hall of the main lodge. There are many more slots in the other rooms, but in my opinion it's way too much. I already displayed every animal more than once. That's enough and I saved the credits for the other maps I have to visit. Most of my trophies are kind of average, with ratings around 3 stars. Since the game mechanics reward you for investing time and managing the genetic pools of the herds, animals grow over time and reach higher ratings. Every now and then I actually found 5-star animals, like this massive Cape buffalo. My second shot unfortunately reduced the hunt rating, but it was more important to down the animal quickly. Buffaloes are tough and have a tendency to run very far even if they get a good hit. It's nice to finally see some decent trophies, but I think the visual difference between let's say 3 and 5 stars isn't that huge. If I find more 5-star animals, that's great, but if not, it's not the end of the world. I like my African lodge in its current state. Slightly more special are the rare fur specimen. So far I haven't seen many of them. This white lion is probably the most rare piece in my collection. The shot was risky, but from a bad position, a spine hit was the best option. And it actually worked without damaging the skull and making the trophy unusable. I also had a white buffalo, but unfortunately I sold it by accident. So I hope to encounter one again at some point to replace the full-size trophy of the normal Cape buffalo. The spawn rate seems to be very low, so it may take a while until I find another rare animal. If I compare my impression of the game after all the patches and changes with my first review, I have to say the devs did a great job and I think the game has improved a lot. The story is now optional. If you don't like doing quests, the free hunt mode is amazing. I also like the visual improvements with more graphic settings like the adjustable sharpness. One thing I still need to get used to is that animals can and will get aggressive now. More than once I've been crushed by a buffalo, you really need to be careful. For moments like this, a large caliber handgun with a quick draw option would be great, maybe a 500 Magnum. That could avoid some of the KOs if you follow your prey after firing the last round in your magazine and realize too late that another animal is charging at you. The positive side is that every now and then there are some really exciting moments. I played on adventurer difficulty from the beginning, and I think that's fine for me. Not too hard and not too easy, almost perfectly balanced. Now we come to the end of the video. Since Tikamoon Plains is now more or less completed, my plan is to visit Aurora Shores as my next map. The first impression was promising. Regarding the next video, I'm not sure yet if I'll continue with Way of the Hunter or do something in Hunt Sim 2 first. You will find some info in the community tab when I finally decided what to do. Because it can be very time consuming to completely explore a new map and collect all trophies in Way of the Hunter, it may take a while again until the next video is ready. And that's it for today. For questions and feedback, leave me a comment below. And if you enjoyed today's video, please leave me a like and subscribe. Thank you for your support.